Hey guys, it's Pancake, and welcome to my breakfast table. Today we'll be playing a new game in one of my favorite series, Dragon Age Veilguard. This will be a multi-part series, so if you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to get notified when the next part is out. On to the video! Alright, so last time we left off, we were about ready to go talk to Viago and Thea, I believe, about what we learned about the Antam and the poison, the Kamek, I believe. So let's get into part 7. I didn't realize it would just transport me here minds? Already.
Someone had to act.
They most certainly did not.
Somebody's barging in. Got a lot to say.
I told you crows to stay out of this.
Technically, a crow didn't do anything.
Defending our home?
If we had a stronger civil government instead of a bunch of circus criminals, the Antam wouldn't have a foothold in the first place.
I'm pretty sure this is the traitor. If my gut is right, it's this guy. Of course, I could be wrong, and he could just be
This is Governor
a dick.
They have concerns.
My concern is how you've endangered the city.
We're defending Antiva.
These protections are in place for the good of everyone. You act without oversight.
We crows are the oversight.
And yet, here we are, awash in Antam. And now, you've angered the Butcher.
I'm gonna be snarky. I don't like this guy.
There's also the gods.
Excuse me?
They're using the Antam and making them monsters.
And the Butcher?
You two were right. He had help taking the city. Human traitors.
I didn't want to believe it. Killing the Butcher does nothing if someone could just sell us out again.
I'd start right here. You Talons are known for infighting.
Now he's pointing
and betrayal.
fingers. I bet it's him.
Accusing them? One of their crows died for this contract.
That's enough. Rook, thank you for finishing that contract. The only reward we have is to ask you for more.
We're allies. Of course I'll help.
That's just a matter of
Right
principle
about
in
one thing. The
my
Butcher will
heart
not
and soul
like
as
that we're
well.
fighting back.
If you make
need to be
a
ready.
bond with somebody
Look, I will
and
have every
you
crow tracking
promise
this
to
traitor
be
and
there,
the gods,
be it an
and we will
allyship, a
send word
partnership,
when
a
we find
friendship, or
something.
whatever,
The stakes
you stick
are
to your
too
word.
high. This should be left to proper officials.
Go back to filing trade receipts, Evenchi. The crows rule Antiva.
And Treviso will be free. With or without you, Governor.
I still think he's one of the fucking assholes behind this. That's why he's so against it. Otherwise, there's literally no reason. A slow poison. The crows were vindicated when the team's investigation confirmed a traitor helped the Butcher to occupy Treviso. Troublingly, they also discovered that some Kamek was stolen from the Butcher, the thief's identity a mystery. Thea and Viago began planning their next steps against the Antam, though for Jacobus, Dareth's cousin, the occupation's cost is already too high. Level 9. Hell yeah. There's no continuing this quest yet? The training of Jacobus the Prodigy. Please describe the Antam. Blade to the base of the horn of the ear or up from behind, between the ribs on the left. Slash back ankle to hobble to get the targets in range. My family name is the last thing they hear. Please describe the Venatori. I don't care about the Venatori. Poison, I guess. Please describe the rest of the page is obscured by a series of angry scribbles and several horned heads with X's for eyes. I'm guessing that's the Kunari, maybe? Jacobus, knowing a potential target requires more than merely how you would kill them with blood in your own heart. That is not what contracts are. We will begin again when you have had more time to grieve. I worry that you, heir's instruction, is obscured by more scribbles. Regarding the above, no doubt you and Viago have noticed that Jacobus has been gravely affected by losing his cousin. I would ask that in your roles as Talons, you consider how best to guide him and the others who have felt similar losses. He shows immense promise, but to be left to fester in vengeance, he and others could soak the streets in even more needless bloodshed. That is not the goal of my teachings. Good to know that the teacher behind all of these assassins isn't hoping for all-right chaos. I suppose we'll come back to this eventually. Oop, that could have been bad. It probably would have been more beneficial to go all the way back to the lighthouse and then have left. But, we take our lessons where we
Spirits
can
are
get them.
returning.
Oh.
They should be safe now, with the defenders on alert.
Hello there. Both freaky and cool. Oop, not that way.
What does spirits spend money on? Never mind. What do you have?
Oh, there's a... Was there a merchant? Okay, well, there's a merchant somewhere. An interesting group of people, but we'll work with it. I like having my favorite with me. What can I say? Will you two get on the boat? I don't know if it's just not leaving because you guys aren't on it or what. We're just gonna do this the easy way. If it's not gonna let me go back across on the boat, we'll force it. There we go. I should have checked to see if there was conversation. Real quick detour. If there's not conversation, then I will skip through this. There is conversation. Okay, cool. So, glad I did not get myself too distracted. I could have missed important quests. And while most people wouldn't probably beat themselves up too badly for it, I would. Especially considering I'm worried some of these are missable. How can I help? What do you need?
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irilyn and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed. And don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Did I need to talk to her? No, I didn't. Okay. I bet this is continuing the quest line.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to
Yes,
meet up.
it is.
Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sure.
Sounds like fun.
All right, Harding, I know you want to meet up, but I admittedly have favorites. And you can't shame me. Coffee with the crows. Ah. Small spoiler alert. I don't like coffee. Never have, really. It was okay when I was younger. The older I got, the less I liked it. But that doesn't mean that that lovely man can't enjoy his own fine cup of coffee. I certainly will not begrudge anybody that. Normally, I would take you with me, Harding, but I very much think that if we're gonna be in Treviso, we should probably go with people we know the environment. God, I'm getting distracted easily. Hello.
You okay, Jacobus?
No.
No.
After we lost our families, Derek and I promised we'd look out for... I hate the Antom so much!
That's not healthy. I mean, it's understandable why you feel that way. Still not healthy.
Keep the crows well stocked. You're welcome to it.
I don't know if I should be selling any of this, because I don't know if I have a carry weight. I'm going to assume I don't have to worry about it yet. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. One of these days. Ah, that's sweet. Okay. I'll worry about giving him his gift later. That's not really a priority right now, as much as I love the man.
Thank you for saving Jacobus. I hope I can help him save himself.
You've got
He's at a dangerous point in his training. If he is not careful, he risks becoming merely a killer.
Yeah, I guess for assassins, being just a killer would kind of be a shit thing. Onward!
You're keeping an eye on me. Is it the demon or the mage killer name?
Maybe I want the secrets of your coffee supplier.
That's not...
Don't flatter yourself too much. I don't trust anyone on first meeting, and I keep an eye on everything.
Well, if you do want coffee, let me know.
Crying in the background because I think they're flirting. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're just starting the quest right off.
Come on, Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here.
Sure.
Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected. But then, perhaps it's me. Ah, here.
A potted plant?
For Harding's garden.
Aww.
Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So, you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes,
Does that make
but
you
we're more like brothers.
royalty as well?
Katarina took us both in a long time ago now. Here's the place. Bellara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
That is...
When we met,
probably make
it
a fair
didn't
point.
seem like Ilario and Katerina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me. And I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
Alrighty. To the very lovely cafe.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern-toothed dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
That's so sweet. I didn't even intend for that.
If the butcher cares so much for Treviso, he'll make sure we have the proper ingredients for this.
They're very food-based. I love that.
Cafe Pietra is just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin? Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Let's go. Kitty. I can pet this one. Let me pet it. Yes. Squitch, squitch, kitty. Squitch, squitch. Oh, it's purring. Ah.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Yeah, we're just gonna ditch.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
Everything he says sounds so sultry. I don't know. I don't know how to process it. You know what? I do not know this culture. I don't know their food. I'm gonna go with what they recommend.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. So, is there a
It was
reason
coffee.
we're not
My bad.
talking about Ilario's information or what?
I'm gonna say my character likes
You're
coffee.
still being spied
It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be my
No,
tastes.
the last one just left. Couldn't take your coffee talk.
So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Varantium.
I don't want to just say they're like undermine their work, but at the same time, I would like some double checking.
I have a friend who's very good at finding people.
Katerina was first Talon. This is crow business. We can handle it.
Apparently not. Your lead is no good, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
He makes a fair
Sarah
point.
would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
I don't think he's paranoid.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave it to me.
I didn't even get to drink any coffee. There was no coffee had.
He's gone.
Oh,
Of course
Coffee
he
now?
is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Zora's not gonna get Ilario, and she's not getting away with anything she's done. I promise.
Don't promise. But thank you.
it's like the dead of night, and we're having coffee. I have a chance to be flirty. I'm gonna take it. We always
Bitter
take
and
those
sweet.
chances.
You called that blend? Like a kiss goodbye. So, What would a first kiss be?
Honey and lavender cream. Sweet. Intriguing. And you? How would you describe it?
Okay, this one feels so forward, so like on the nose. But this one also feels like I've kissed a lot of people. And this makes it seem like I haven't kissed anybody. You know what? Let's go middle of the road. Bold, but middle of the road.
Kisses? It's been a while. I might need a refresher.
I'm just lingering in the dark.
I see. You lead an adventurous life.
No more than you, I'm guessing.
I've always thought that to live truly is to live fully. But even before I was captured, my life was not really my own.
Well, that's really sad.
So much had been determined for me.
Being grandson to the first Talon must come with a lot of baggage.
And when I proved I could carry it, the expectations only grew.
Never fair for
Can't have
children.
been easy. But it's forged a man of strength and principle. That's no bad thing.
Not when I hear that from you.
Aww.
How's your coffee?
Dark, complex, and intriguing. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
I feel like that was almost about him rather than the coffee. Wild. I feel like I need a fan or something. Amy. He's so sweet. Ooh, a rarity increase. Heck yeah. Lucanis did some shopping in the Treviso markets and got a further look at the Antam's occupation of the city. After meeting Ilario for coffee, he remains worried that Zara will hurt his cousin as she did him and Katerina. Crazy. Okay, nope, I'm pressing the wrong button still. Zoom out. Nothing to grab there. Okay, well. Back to the lighthouse. Because once we're done with this, unless there's more quests to grab for Treviso off the bat, we will just move on to Hardings like we were originally planning to a while ago. Quick little looky-loo at the map. Timed conversation option. Don't want to miss that. Let's go.
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
Oh, that's sweet.
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
I'm glad to see you're making friends, Bellara.
Oh, definitely. Nev's, well, Nev, she's been just so kind.
So sweet.
It turns out Bellara knows my work.
You couldn't tell she was a
Or
fan
at least
already?
The parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest.
Yeah, I can imagine
Everyone
it's always
wants
perfect.
a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
I love a scandal.
Rook's a little interested.
Look, I'd love to, honest, but that story needs the right atmosphere.
All right,
After
all
dark
right.
over bad coffee, or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
Yeah, I feel like it's whoever feels like cooking can cook.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes.
What?
Not a
Oh,
lot of
what a
options when
wonderful
you're out in
exchange of
forest.
cultures could happen right
But
now.
I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. Antivan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri.
That sounds
What
delicious.
about you, Brooke? What are you craving?
Khachapuri does sound great, honestly.
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to hear.
For real.
You have no idea.
It sounds delicious.
It's good with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant. Someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right. That sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Again, the flattery.
Right, just a person. Got it.
I mean,
Great.
you can't
Now,
blame her for
let's
being
see
a
what we
little
can scrounge
excited.
up.
Yeah. I love seeing everybody get close. God, there's something so wholesome about that. Okay. We have a quest to grab and a quest to complete.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course.
Of course. Something wrong?
Dea wants to meet.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh.
Oh. Right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spite gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
Yeah. I hadn't even thought about spite causing problems. Well, I'm gonna do that, but here, before we have a funeral, have a gift.
For me?
Yeah, Bond level 4. Or unless that's his level 4. Whatever the case. Progress. Progress. God, I know I've been really, really Lucanis focused. But you kinda gotta forgive me a little bit here. He's really charming. The Covenant we grant. Insight to how the gods manipulate enemies of the Antivan crows. Vellum with lettering seared into it without pressure, as though the words emerged from the skin. It is directed at the butcher. This boon is yours, bound by the blood of beasts as our ancestors bound the blood of dragons to themselves. As they claimed the strength of fire, we have been granted the strength of form, of burning muscles and taut veins. Through this, we become strong again. Through this, we become more. Carry this strength and join us. Another script is inked below, scrawled by a strong hand. Why do you hesitate before greatness? You should have spread our boon among your soldiers. I offered you a blade to crush our enemies, but you clutch your pen like a scholar. Do you even fight alongside your brothers? Your way is old and weak. My Antam will bury yours. Oh man. I hate that oafish fool. Oof. I don't know who the Dragon King is. Sounds heavy. The mark and throwing the wings. This instruction will not take the place of practice. We do not hide, we move, and we need to show our path. We need to know where to go, and the people know where we've been, but do not have time for stencils or sigils, hence the mark, and learning to throw the wings. Vellum is scored, waxed, stitched onto a sphere, and filled with colored liquid. The ball is weak at deliberate points. If thrown properly, 3 turns for body length, 10 for a street, it splashes into silhouette and wings. Why so careful a throw, when splatter alone would mark a path? Is there anything we do that does not benefit from style? Fair. Keep pressure up on the Antam. I can keep us supplied, but we need fissures on the water. You'll be throwing tomatoes if I run out of squid ink. Didn't know it was made out of squid ink. Quite creative and cool, though. Time to go to a funeral, guys.
Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Dea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Dea. This is just too much right now.
If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
I don't
You're
want to
such a
hint
dear.
at him having
I hope these two are
problems.
paying
That's not my
attention.
business to share.
Dea, don't flirt with my colleague.
Jealous? Fine. To business, then. There's a
The
lot
hesitation
to plan.
on colleague.
But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes. Of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Ilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
It would.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Now I'm worried
Boys,
he's involved.
enough of this. We have other things to
That
discuss.
wouldn't be right.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
How are you holding up?
I'll be fine. Better once we kill Zara Renata. It's him I'm worried about.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
It happens.
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point.
yeah.
It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
It's dangerous.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come, I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
We have work to do.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Ilario, as usual.
That feels unfair. I don't know what's going on behind all of this. I don't know the history.
How did you stay on her good side?
What good side?
To hear Katerina tell it, Lucanis can do no wrong.
It's easy to look good standing next to my cousin.
I'll have my people keep an
Youch.
eye on him for you.
For his cousin.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
Was that it? Was that the funeral? That could not have been the funeral. Huh. Okay. I guess it was. Alright, we're gonna go back to the lighthouse. Want to see if anything else has been added? And if not, on to Harding. Nothing's been added. So, let's go ahead and pull up this quest. Alright. We're gonna change the party because I'm pretty sure Harding has to be with us. Or maybe not. But we're gonna find out either way. To the crossroads! Creepy groaning. Don't love it.
The dock's been fixed. The caretaker must be regaining control of the crossroads.
Heck yeah. And now I can actually travel on it.
The deeper currents.
The deeper currents. Like we're going further into the crossroads?
That scent. I can't place it.
Scent?
Coffee. Like Ilario and I smelled in the kitchen where we grew up, but that cannot be right.
Could be magic from the ancient elves.
It could just try to make it smell like whatever you're most comforted by? That's not normal.
Tom? Here?
Okay. Quick detour. Pick up the chest. Is there more? There is.
We need to close it.
Smash him down!
There's the Crossroads Guardians and now the Arntom.
Got a
Stay
little
alert.
slow graphically wise. We'll manage. Probably just the area. Most definitely the area based on how this is loading. It might be all these floating rocks.
What happened at the Metas Crossing spread?
When did the troubles begin?
The animals sensed it right away, before we even knew. Whole flocks of birds scattered to the wind. I figured something wicked was brewing. Then the Hana made scarce, and I knew for sure.
I guess something else happened. Unless they're recounting stuff that's already happened. Suppose we'll find out later.
The Demon of Virantium, huh? And they called you that before, the demon.
Ah, you don't have that enchanted barbed arrow in your quiver because you think it's pretty.
It is, though, isn't it? The red shimmer is the enfeebling magic, and the spike tip is designed to splinter inside the target.
Very nice.
I thought you'd like that. I really hope I don't have to use it, though. Cost me a lot of gold.
That's why you only have the one.
Well, I only need one.
Love to hear their banter as they basically threaten one another. keep talking. Didn't mean to interrupt. You guys are good. I guess there's not gonna continue the conversation. Let's see your magic in action, Harding. I'm excited.
This should be perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Oh, this sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Being able to move the terrain's gonna be really useful for a scout.
Getting up high, for good vantage.
Let's try it out, for practice.
All right. See this rock? I'm gonna move it.
Well, that didn't work.
Awkward.
Maybe if you used words?
What? Tell the rock what to do?
Maybe.
Sort of.
It's not a dog.
Yeah, but just try it.
It could help.
Fly! Oh, you are the worst. The worst!
It was funny.
So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
Maybe you could think about how your abilities protect us?
Instinct. Protection. Shield myself. Shield others. If I had this magic before, I could have... I could have protected the people who matter.
Oh. It's really impressive. I'm really proud of her. But she obviously needs some support in this moment.
You can't blame yourself for everything. It'll destroy you.
Some thoughts just come. They leave their mark. Even when you push them away. I just have to concentrate on the people I can help. Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
Maybe a little.
I wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on. Well done. Let's find another rock view.
The multitudes called out. Finding solace in each other.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
Were the dwarves a hive mind?
Think you could clear a path for us?
You got it.
Look at that. You're getting good. Want to try another one?
Why not? Right.
So cool.
There you go.
Practice is really helping, huh?
I might even be ready for a bigger challenge now.
Oh.
So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud.
I love that kind of stuff.
Good work. You got the hang of this stone thing.
I'm definitely getting there.
What happened?
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
Please, someone! Is anyone out there?
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
I'm moving. Oh.
I can't move.
Hold on. over there. I bet that's where he is.
Hi. Ooh, I was like, for a second,
How
I
about
don't.
if you move this rock? There he is. Let's hurry.
Veil jumper. Are you okay?
Easy.
Maker, I thought I was dead for sure.
How are you feeling? How's the leg?
Broken, I think. But I'm alive. And I'm grateful for that. The rocks. How did you do that?
Magic.
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
I'm worried now.
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me.
What
Look
the?
to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk.
But I know, I want to know what that is. I'm sorry. Like, I got privy into what you were hearing because of narrative reasons. But who's the Oracle? What is that? Oh my god. Okay, an unfamiliar sense. After practicing her newfound gifts in Arlathan Forest, Harding has learned to call upon the ability reliably. While on her excursion, however, she was interrupted by a mysterious voice that only she could hear. The voice told Harding to seek out those closest to the stone for the answers she seeks. I don't know what any of that means, but I am very curious. Okay, I feel like that's not gonna be the end of that quest line at all. So I'm gonna actually go back to the lighthouse and see if she has anything else for us to pick up. She does. Or if anything, a conversation. Which might not necessarily lead to a quest right off the bat, but it could set up the groundwork for a quest next time.
You've been quiet?
I know.
Explain everything.
Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I?
Explain.
I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Ooh.
Do you think this voice has answers about your magic?
She must. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her.
Maybe.
She said to look to those closest to
She
the
could be a
stone
titan.
to locate her.
It could be an old dwarf.
The children of the stone. Dwarves.
Who knows?
Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Almost 10 years ago, a shaper from Orzammar bonded with a titan.
Yeah!
Titans, ancients.
Isn't that the DLC?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? Volta. That was the shaper's
Yes!
name.
Yes!
Maybe there are more like her down there.
I'm pretty sure that is exactly who the NPC
I'd like for you to
was
get the answers
in
you're
the
looking
DLC for
Me
Inquisition
too.
when we
I
see
know
the
some
heart of a
people in
titan.
Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Please! I have a deep-seated curiosity about this sort of thing. Man. It's gotta be something big. There's no way it's not. Okay. I'm gonna have this quest queued for next time, but I'm gonna call that here after some bonding with our NPCs and companions, as well as some, albeit side quest progress, but progress nonetheless. So I will call this here, and I hope you guys stay syrupy sweet.